Hello, and welcome back to the Matt Yasa channel. I decided to upgrade my equipment recently to give you the best video quality I could. This is 8K at 60 FPS, and YouTube should automatically scale it down for you in case your display can't go that high, but it should be higher quality than if I recorded it on my old equipment. So everyone wins. And so this is a borosilicate glass rod. I'm going to heat it up with this lampworking torch, which burns propane with added oxygen. It's designed to produce a very wide flame, but I can turn it down for more pinpoint accuracy. And so I'm liking this camera, and I'm really liking this lens as well. It's a wider aperture, which seems to be working really well in a low light situation like this. You will notice a big difference in the focus or the softness of the image compared to my previous videos. The glass scale and water wheel in the background are barely visible, but I really like how those lights are out of focus and kind of flickering back there. Except I have set up quite a few hurdles for me here. Getting used to this equipment and just setting it up right is going to take a little bit of time, but I do have about 6-7 years of experience with camera work, so just bear with me here. We'll get there. Right now I've been learning how to color grade, which the images look like this, and then I have to add the colors to them. So if there's any experts out there watching, I wouldn't mind some tips. In case you're new to my channel here, what I do is sort of a science art mix. Doing these projects has taught me a lot over the years. It's definitely been quite an adventure. I do lampworking, which is sort of a form of glass blowing, except it uses a torch instead of a furnace. And so it allows me to work more on the smaller details, but I unfortunately can't get things as large. I normally like to make artistic things like marbles and necklaces and such, but I like to do science experiments as well, using the glass as a pretty good medium for studying different kinds of science. And so for this video, it's mainly just a test for the equipment, but I will use a glass rod here and try to make a number and a letter. 8 and K, 8K. And I put a didymium filter on the lens here, but unfortunately it's not filtering that yellow light as well as my didymium glasses do. And that's a quantum property of the sodium, which I didn't know the borosilicate had. It is a mix of more than just boron and silica, apparently. It's contributed to a process in which we refer to as excited electrons. Kind of similar to glow-in-the-dark stars, but not as fun to look at. And so I have been taking a little bit of time away from YouTube, a little bit of time for myself, but now I'm trying to get back into it because really the creative process like this does help. Still trying to get back into the swing of things, so it is gonna take a little bit probably. And I'll take a little more time to blow this out as well. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do here. I was thinking of a solid marble at first, but then I wanted to put 8 opals in it, and I'm thinking I've never encased 8 opals at the same time. And so I thought I might just fall back on hollow work, blow out, and do an oil lamp, because that's kind of my bread and butter. But for blowout work, I would normally take a larger section of tubing and attach the blow tube to it. And in this case, I'm just melting down the glass blow tube and using that as almost a large section. I also want to try some new things with the channel, with this camera. One of them being this, face-to-face kind of format. I honestly think this was something I was missing for a long time. And to be honest, I am a little bit camera shy, so this is a little weird for me. I'll start dropping in the opals, 4 white and 4 black. I've been doing a little extra studying this year as well, so I have some more glass projects I want to attempt. One thing I do want to get into is stained glass. I think that'd be pretty cool. Beads, and then for the science side, I've been getting more into quantum physics. And so I want to do some more EM experiments, electromagnetic experiments. And when I say electromagnetic, I don't mean magnetism. I'm kind of done with that series. Make sure you check that one out. Talking more about the spectrum of light, waves. I'm planning to start off with smaller low energy waves, such as radio waves. See if I can make a transmitter, a receiver, maybe even a little radio station. How cool would that be? And so I'm using gravity here just to pull out the neck of this oil lamp. I would say besides my hands, gravity is one of my favorite tools in the shop. I can use it to readjust things inside of a hollow vessel without even being able to reach inside. And it's such an awesome tool. And really, when it comes to this and other crafts or even sports, I always recommend practice. Just practice with the most basic tools, what you need to get done to do the activity, and then later on you can add more tools or experiment as you go. I'm going to start melting the side pieces onto the hollow section, which is going to be an oil lamp. And so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, make sure to share one of the videos. That really helps. It can be anyone you like, or maybe just this one. Just copy and paste a link into Facebook. That'll do a whole lot for me. I do have to be careful here as I'm assembling it together. Things get more complex and more problems can happen. I also can't allow it to cool too quickly before getting it into the kiln, or else it'll start to become stressed and possibly break and fall apart. It's quite a fragile dance of heat, time, and planning. And I'm going to zoom in here pretty far so we can check the quality of the digital zoom. Now I'll score the blow tube here and snap it off. Got it. So here it is. I think it turned out pretty well. Let me go ahead and get this lit. Here we go. See the opals there down in the bottom, 8 of them. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, and again, share the video as well, because that really, really helps. It gets things rolling and going, and it really makes all the difference. So thanks again for watching. Matt Yasa here. Stay melty.